Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Satisfactory, where if you are enjoying the series, I would ask that you please consider leaving a like, a comment or a subscription. Any or all help the channel grow and they help get this out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those of you that do that. Now, in our last episode, we did some work on our new iron production facility that you might be able to see over there, just playing with some of the cosmetics, trying to work out how we might make some of it look, and I'm actually leaving that alone for this episode because I want your feedback before I get too much further with that. So I did say I've got another project that we will be working on, and I've done some of the groundwork on it already for us so that you haven't got to watch me do that. So it involves a train ride. So I'm going to take us to Mexico City, purely because that was the default name and I've not changed it yet. And I'm going to time-lapse this bit so you can see some of the infrastructure I've put in and how I've gone about it. And then we're going to talk about what we're up to today when we arrive at our destination. Okay, and here we are coming up to our destination, and you might be able to see some building work I've been doing on the right hand side. So effectively what we're going to be getting on with is I wanted to improve our rubber and plastic production facilities, because at the moment we're not really making that much, so I wanted to try and improve that. And as an offshoot of that, I also wanted to improve our power network, because I had a look and we are actually getting close towards our there we go, our capacity, not on usage but on max possible usage. So if I come over here and have a look, oh wow, yeah, you can see our max consumption now is basically in line with our production. And I know not everything's turned on, but if it were, this is the trouble we'd be in, which is why I wanted to do this. So, and that's why I mentioned last episode the diluted fuel was coming in, because that's going to be super useful. So I've got the 4 boxes that you can see here. They are all overclocked oil wells, so we've got a total of 1800 oil to play with, because we had 2 pure nodes throwing out 600 each, and then we had 2 normal nodes throwing out 300 each that I've joined together. So we've got 3 pipes of 600. Now, I've done some of the maths, basically doing the background work to backtrack it. Now, I'm not going to make this a turbo fuel facility. I'm just going to make it a normal fuel facility. But that still meant we're going to have 150 fuel generators with the setup I'm going with. So we have 3 floors of 50 fuel generators. And you guys have seen me put fuel generators together before, so I didn't want to... You're not going to let me get any higher, are you? I didn't want to make you guys sit and watch all of that again. So yeah, I thought that would be unfair on you to do that. So I've been doing this in my own time. But yeah, we've got 3 floors. They're all laid out exactly like this. I've left the pipe running in the middle of each bank here, and I've not basically set up an end for it to come off of yet, because I haven't worked out which end we're going to go with. So it kind of depends how we're going to... Oh, I thought I'd got further than this. Have I got enough concrete on me? Probably not. So yeah, it's going to depend how this floor works out, because with the other thing that I've done differently with my production this time round is, normally you guys will have seen it, I'll start at the raw resource and I'll work forward. So for example, when we were doing the iron factory, I got the iron, I then smelted it and went, right, okay, so we're now smelting that much, how many machines can I make of this? Which I did the maths that way round for this one, but the construction I've actually gone backwards, and I've started with the fuel generators, which are the end of the production line. So the plan for this is I basically don't want to deal with a huge amount of pumps, so everything's going to flow downwards. We're going to pump the oil up to the top floor we're working with, and then everything else I shouldn't need to worry about pumping, because it's all flowing downhill. which is why the fuel generators are at the bottom. I'm going to have just enough concrete for this, aren't I? He says, not even convinced of that. Right. And I do want to see what shape this floor takes. So, the plan for this floor is we've got all of our oil below. Not oil. We've got all the fuel generators below. And so we need some blenders. And if we come to our production, you'll see that needs radio control units and aluminium casings. I don't have those, so I've just used awesome tickets to get them. Now, the maths says that we would need 18 of these, and I didn't want to burn that many tickets. So what I've actually done is I have... Well, the plan is to overclock them. So we need 9 of them. So we need 3 banks of 3. So let's just start putting that down. Okay, yeah, that's taking up significantly less room than everything else we had below. In fact, could I just line them all up? So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. 8. Oh, too far. 9. Okay. And then you're making the only recipe we've got, the diluted fuel, and they're all being overclocked to 200%. And I could have done it to 250, but the maths worked out easier this way to just do them to 200. Because then everything is then set up in a set of 3. Which, yeah, like I say, makes life nice and easy. So... there's a lot more room up here than I'm going to need, which is something to say, I suppose. But let's go down. Come on. Because I'm going to need... oh, now I've got the wrong... quick pass it up. There we go. I'm going to need some power to come upstairs. Right. There we go. So that is gone completely vertical, so that's entirely hidden in that pole. Lovely. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I think because the pipes are going to be interesting on this one. How does that... oh, that fits in there quite snug, doesn't it? Yeah, so if we put that there, take that one down, and we hook it up this way, they can then all hook up like so. Yeah, that fits in there lovely and snug. There we go. So I've not played with the blenders before, so this is going to be fun. Come on. Right, okay. There we go, nearly to the end. And yeah, this 150 fuel fuel, what are they called, power plants or whatever, yeah, fuel generators, that's more than 3 times the amount we've got at our other one that we built specifically to use turbo fuel and to, you know, give us that amount of fuel. So what I want to do is, I think we are going to wind up with 3... do I want to fluid buffer them? I mean, I've got the heavy modular frames to do that. Yeah, let's fluid buffer. So we can go 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we're going to want to... There we go. Put these in banks of 3. Right, and then you can all have a Mark 1 pipe coming out, because that's only going to do 200 fuel a minute. But then we're going to need to use a Mark 2 pipe for all of this. I haven't given enough room there. Let's just bring them all forwards one. Okay. Well, actually, I don't want to drop them through the floor. What I want to do with these is I want to have the pipes coming out the building, because I think that'll look more cool. So, yeah, you are... In which case, do I want to... From a visual point of view, do I want to have them going out the other end? No, because I'm going to have the... Yes, I'm going to have the oil coming up there, so let's do that. Which means... We want to take... Whoa, not the blenders. Or the power pole, thank you. We want to take the pipes down. Because it's going to be this end that we're going to have them all coming down on. Now, here's the bit. Right, where have I set up that oil to come up? So the oil's coming up there. Which means if I have a... Oh, that's all still set from steel from where we were working on the last one. If I have a wall there, and then we go with organisation, nope, logistics, and we put 1, 2, 3. Yep. You guys... so this was something I came across as well. So, these are all going to be fuel, which means we want our default one to be any pipes we put down. So if you right-click on the swatch, it will then make any anything you put down that colour without you having to repaint it, which is quite nice. So, now we're going to want to do the industrial fluid buffers. I think we go 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we're going to want pipeline Mark 2s. Right, and we'll do a nice right angle in like that. And you can do the same. And these can be orange because they are fuel. Yeah. Cool. And then we can have these 3 running down the outside of the building, which I think will be a nice aesthetic look. Okay, so we then need to sort out our logistics for these. There we go. 2, 3. Because, yeah, as mentioned, each one can only cope with 3 because, yeah, Mark II pipes will only deal with, yeah, 600 fluid. Which is going to be fun, because this is the first time I've actually ever used, like, Mark II pipes, like, for this project. Because I've got a chunk of Mark II pipes downstairs with all the fuel. Actually, no, I don't, because they all split by the time they get to the fuel generators, so they're all Mark I pipes downstairs. But the oil is Mark II. Right, I'm just going to whack that there so I can keep the line. No. Okay, there we go. 2. Whoa. 3. Okay. Then you can come off. Then again, we will pipe these in. You want to tell me that's too long? That's fine. See, I came prepared. I've got tons of copper sheeting. Right, so that's that. And then the last one. Right, there's that. Again, just placing those there. So I've got... Oh, there's the autosave. Notice that's taking longer to do now. Right, 1. 2. 3. Cool. Come on, into the correct side, thank you. There we go. Right, okay. And then we can do the Mark IIs. There we go. And then we can take these 2 out. Now I'm hoping the fluid buffers that I put in here will basically never get full, because if the maths all works out, I should be draining the fuel as quickly as I'm using it. Okay, so if we have... Oh, you know, oh, you have got a spare line on you, right? Let's just drag some power out here so I can actually hover and be where I need to. Right, okay. So if we bring you down, and then we're gonna have let's say, I don't know, the left hand one. So I've just done that so I can see where the spacing should be. And you, my friend, are coming straight there. Lovely. And then take that down. This is where we're going to want a... No, not lined up with that. We're going to want a junction lined up with this. Okay. Right, and you're going in there. So, after that, we do actually only need Mark 1 belts. Or not Mark 1 belts, but Mark 1 pipes. That's not straight. Right, okay, there we go. Right, because... getting all myself right in a twist. Why have I got a valve that I'm... Oh, for friggin' right, no, that should be 6, thank you. Yes, because we're going to be splitting this 600 out, and where it's going into 3, each of these lines is actually only taking 240. Which is why we can get away with it. Right, so... There we go. Oh, no, you do need to be a Mark II. Right, okay. And this last line is actually only 120, not even 240. There we go. Right, okay. So, what I'm going to do, just to make sure that all goes correctly, is I am going to valve all that up. So, you are 120. There we go. Right, you are 240. Oh, there we go. The autosave again. And then last valve. You are also 240. Because those 3 numbers make 600, which covers that 1 fuel pipe and should power this entire floor. Lovely. Okay. So then we can bring this down. And I might change these walls, but at least it gives us what we're working with at the moment. Okay. And then we want our Mark II pipe to come down. Oh, not quite far enough. Okay. There we go. And then we're just going to repeat the process. So we've got that there. And you're going in there. You'll go like that, so you're nice and 90 degrees. There we go. That's those fed. Much faster now I know what I'm up to. Okay. And again, we will valve these guys up. So you are the 120 line. You are a 240 line. As are you. There we go. Okay. And then we've just got our last one. So wall hole, middle, over 1, Take out the middle one now. Yeah, and that's not crossing over with the others, which is good. Right, how low? Can you actually get? There we go. And then you'll go in there. Cool, that works. And then again, we'll just do our last repeat. Right, you're going in there. And we'll whiz this out this way. Right, and in there. There we go. That's that down. Cool. And then, I mean, I probably don't need to valve these, but I'm just doing it just to really be properly belt and braces. Right, and you are a 120. Ooh, tiniest bit on that corner. 240. Here comes the autosave again. Okay. And then another 240. Okay. So that's all that done, which is good. Right, we're then going to need to deal with the heavy oil residue, which again is going to be in banks of 3. Oh, lost the back out of these. But I'm not really sure how to set these up yet with the heavy oil residue, because yeah, there's going to be challenges with it, shall we say. Alright, so I'm just going to put all of these here. No, I don't think I need to actually. I think what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to, and if we have it all coming down the front, I'm going to need to use pipeline support. Let's just start with that. And then run you as far as I can. Okay, you'll get that bar. Because I'm going to be producing 900 heavy oil residue, which means I'm going to need 2 pipes of heavy oil residue. Oh, hang on. Oh, this is a problem where I've got 9. Hang on. No, 900 heavy oil residue, which means they need 100 each. Yeah, so I'll have 2 pipes of heavy oil residue. How am I going to do... Oh, because I'm going to need to... Yeah. Okay. Alright. Where my brain's just gone with this is I'm going to need 2 heavy oil residues. Let's just edit this swatch. bit darker for a heavy oil residue. And then you can be the pipes at the moment. Because if I've got it set up like this, they're going to have 100 each, which is fine. It is 100 each, isn't it? Yeah, 100 heavy oil residue each, which is fine. But I'm going to need... So you're going to have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm then going to do that, and then I've got to cut that. I've got to valve this to say you're only taking 50, because then I'll need the other heavy oil residue pipe, providing the other 50 for that, and then 100 to the remaining 4 machines. Okay. So let's do that. So is that too close? Because I'm also going to need to get water in here. No, it should be fine because I'll use the... Right. So that's that. And then I'm going to be bringing in 1200 water, which will be 2 sets of 600 pipes. So that's that. I'm just trying to lay this out. 1, 2. And then I'm going to paint... Yeah, those two, the top two are going to be the water pipes. Okay. So that's that kind of sorted. Right, okay. However, I think we're going to have to pick that up next episode. So, as usual, likes, comments, subscriptions, they help the channel grow. They help get this out in front of other people. So thank you very much to those of you that do that. I do hope you guys are enjoying the series and, you know, are going to be having a bit of fun with me with all of this nonsense. I mean, I think that looks pretty neat down there. I could probably make it more compact, but I think that looks quite neat. But yeah, thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you all next time.